Welcome back to Urban X TV. It's Malcolm. We're here to talk about Charlamagne Tha God's rape accuser coming forward. But before we get started, I want to remind everybody to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit the bell button down below and also follow us on social media and all that good stuff. And also, you like this shirt? Urban Excellence. You know what I'm saying? You can go to urbanx.nyc to get your own. We only got a few sizes left, so, get yours. So, Charlamagne Tha God, his rape accuser is coming forward to tell her side of the story on what happened that night in 2001. And I found out about this on from watching Star in the Morning, so shout out to Star. The woman, she said that Charlamagne Tha God picked her up when she was 15. Her and her friend took her to a party and was making them drinks. She started feeling a little woozy and things like that. And she said she remembers Charlamagne Tha God physically being on top of her, actually, engaging in sexual activity. And apparently, the ambulance was called. She was taken to the hospital. A rape kit was, performed, and she, in fact, was raped. In the Star's video, he had court documents showing, about the validity of this case. So apparently, Charlamagne was let off, or he pled to a lesser charge than rape. A lot of people are asking in the comments, a lot of people wondering why she didn't take the stand. And her response to that was her mother didn't want her taking the stand because she was 15 and she didn't want her, I guess, reliving that trauma, of a trial. I can guess that can be traumatic. And she also said that this has been weighing on her for over 15 years. It's 2018. It happened in 2001. June of 2001. So, if you've been following Charlamagne Tha God, listened to his podcast, his radio show, and read his book, I believe I know for a fact he's spoken about this case on his podcast, and then he wrote about it in his book. And his story obviously conflicts with hers because his story said he was falsely accused of rape, and he said that he was just responsible for throwing a party where a young woman was raped. And apparently, he said he had nothing to do with it. He actually he cooperated with authorities, gave DNA, and showed that it wasn't him that raped the young woman. But what I will say is it's kind of ironic. He's been going hard at people, being accused of rape or sexual misconduct with minors. Like R. Kelly, people call him Shaw Kelly in the comments. It's kind of funny, but it begs the question: like, was he just telling this story to get in front of it because he knew this Me Too thing was about to come down on a lot of people, and he knew he had a history? Never remains to be seen. I do want to caution people who want to blame the victim because you don't know how people are going to react when traumatic things like rape happen. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how. I don't think it matters how long. You know what I'm saying? And she also said that she doesn't want his money, so I don't think she's doing this for cash grab or anything like that. Her story does sound compelling. I also want to caution people not to jump on Charlamagne before I guess he gives his side. Now that she's spoken, now I feel like he can give a rounded story, a more rounded account of what really happened, because now that she's out and a lot of people are latching onto this story as well, I think he's going to be forced to talk about it. And as a fan, I've grown to be a fan of Charlamagne's over the past few years, but this would be really disappointing, really disgusting if it's the truth, because he's often talked about men using that power in the media to silence victims. And if this is true, and the fact that he did talk about this a few times, that could be looked at using your power because he is a prominent figure in the media, on radio. He just signed a new deal for HBO not too long ago, like a couple weeks ago, and in print he's a best-selling author now. So the fact that your story is the first one out there and your story is reaching so many people, that in a way silences the victim. And I want to, so, what I'm saying, I don't think right now, as of right now, it's kind of early, just cut and dry, because this is the first time she's told her story. So I want to caution everybody to use some sort of nuance, when discussing this story. And yeah, we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be interesting because he kind of has to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? He goes in on everybody when this happens, and he kind of forces them to tell their story. He tried to get at 6ix9ine. He gets at R. Kelly whenever he has a chance. So I feel like this is important. Like he has to speak on these allegations, and because the victim, she told her side of the story, and there's court documents supporting her side of the story. It's court documents supporting that something fishy went on. I think he has to do his brand a favor, his fans a favor, the people that listen to him a favor, and really, really get into what happened that night. And yeah, so with that being said, I'm Malcolm. This is Urban X TV. Don't forget to subscribe. Go get you one of these. #Urban Excellence. That's what we're promoting. That's what we're pushing. And yeah, peace.